Welcome back to another vlog. It's cold, man. Like you in the Midwest, I think it's everywhere. No matter where you are. The weather right now, it's cold. I've been cooped up in the house, chilling. It's like negative something. The wind chill, everything. So hopefully everybody made it through. You know, all the pipes are good. Whatever else comes with winter storms. Hopefully everybody stayed safe and is good to go once this is over. You know. Um, but yeah, welcome back. I am currently I'm just hanging up some clothes. I'm putting some things away. They've been sitting for a minute, so I'm trying to put stuff away and do the adult thing, I guess you can say. I just putting things where they need to be. Every time I do this, I'm like, man, I need I need a new wardrobe. You know, I need a new wardrobe. I love hoodies, clearly. Um, but I need a new wardrobe. That's all I can think about. I don't want to just like get rid of a bunch of stuff because a lot of these stuff, all the clothing I have is really they're old. Like some new stuff, right? But the majority, I got a bunch of t-shirts. You get a bunch of free t-shirts and stuff throughout the years. Um, but I need a consistent wardrobe to switch up the flow. Goodwill is usually my spot where I get stuff, but the older I get, the more I'm like, yeah, I just need a new flow, new rhythm of clothes, some more scarves. I love scarves, so there's that piece. Um, yeah, that's on my mind as I do this. Venture into this. Still, I've been in this apartment now for almost a year. It's time to re-sign my lease. Which is cool. I like it. It's a dope spot, real chill, and the space is still coming together. You know, which is beautiful. Um, it's like giving yourself the time and grace when it comes to like moving into an apartment, especially you know when it's not this is my first, but like the intentionality when you're really trying to curate a space and really trying to like anchor yourself, that it takes a lot of time and grace to do so. So it's cool that it's like I've been here for a year. I've been anchored here for a year. I got some stuff here and there, still getting more stuff. But then I get to continue to just like curate the space, which is pretty dope. So yeah, um, I don't know. It's cold. I gotta look outside and I'm like, man, it looks cold, and I do have to go outside today. Very roughly, I call it eye juice contact solution for my eyes. And also, life update, major life update. Okay, so if you have been following, I'm supposed to be putting stuff away. If you've been following me for a while, you know that one of the things that has been on my list for the last like year and a half, 2 years is drum roll, getting a cat. And I got a cat, y'all. So I'm officially a cat dad, and I'm excited about it. You know, she's such a sweetheart. I'll do a meet and greet, another date. Not right now. I might throw a picture in there so you can see what she looks like. Her name when I got her was Boots, as you'll see. Uh, but has since shifted to Olivia, uh, named after the two Olivias that are my absolute favorite. Miss Olivia Pope from from Scandal, because she has a little bit of a fierceness to it, right? But there's a gentleness. So Miss Olivia Pope, Scandal, she about that action. She know what she want. She gonna make it happen. But there's a softness to Miss Olivia Pope who just need love, right? So that's Olivia. That's Olivia number one. Olivia number two is Olivia Dean. Now, I love me some Olivia Dean. And we got to this name, Olivia Dean, because when we were in the car, I put some Olivia Dean on and she looked at me. And I think she meowed. I don't remember. I believe she meowed. And that was the first sound she made since since leaving the shelter. So I was like, oh, we gonna try that name on. So we've been trying it on for a bit. I had a bunch of shout out to my friends, family for some name suggestions. A lot of good ones. You know, I'm stuck. She has a full name. I'm not gonna put her government name on here for y'all to be stalking my baby, you know. But my baby got a full government name. I gotta get her a few things, and she has a full name because it's a black household. And she needs to know she's black. You're a black cat. Like this is a black household, and she knows. I believe she knows. She knows. Um, so I got to get her a few items. I got to go get her a bonnet. You might be like, you really about to get your cat a bonnet? Stay out of my business. Don't worry about it. I am. It's a black household. You need a do rag. You need a bonnet. You need something to cover that hair when you sleep. And we're gonna swag her out. But she still is getting used to the place. She still is getting used to me. She's still hiding everywhere. Every time I stand up, she runs away. She's like, "You are too large of a human." She's 5 months, so again, she's still getting used to the lay of the land. She knows when she eats though. She's getting that. She's like, all right, I know you feed me and I'm ready to eat. So she's getting the time frame of when it's time to eat now, which is cool. Playing, she's getting a little bit more wild with the play because she will get, it's a little timid. She's like, I don't want to do too much. I don't want to show you that I'm enjoying this, but I'm enjoying this. But she's starting to open up a little bit with the play. It's just a matter of right now. She still hides and is very skittish, and we aren't cuddly just yet. She will. She won't let. I haven't tried to pick her up fully just yet, but I know the one time I did, she was like, absolutely not. So I'm gonna try slowly with the like picking her up to see if she wants to like cuddle and stuff like that. But for the most part, like if I'm laying on the couch or laying in bed, she has jumped up to lay like adjacent. So that energy is there. So again, she's real sweet, real sweet. So I'll introduce her at a later date. Right now, just know that's a major life update. And I say all of that to say that I have to go get um some kitty food, some wet food. She loves wet food. She loves wet food. And possibly some more litter already just to have in my back pocket. Um I don't think I need it. There was something else. Those were two of the biggest things I believe that I needed. Um, so yeah, that's I'm gonna have to brave the cold today for a little bit, which I'm okay with. I'm okay with doing that. So there's that. But that's a life update. So shout out to everyone that's been following and has known that that has been something that's been on my radar and like want for things to do. And we finally did it. It's also on my vision board, which is fire. Uh, I made a 3 year vision board, and this is year three of the vision board. So I'm excited to see what comes to fruition this last year before we make another one for the next whatever 3 2 years. But the one I made This is a 3 year one. And so far, literally everything that is on there has come to fruition in some way, shape, or form. And the thing with like vision boarding, or at least with the way that once it's done and completed, is like I will. It's not that I'm actively like looking at it and saying like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna work towards this, or like it's like you don't know how the story's gonna unfold, which I think is pretty dope because there's so much on there that in the context of what has transpired within the last 3 years, those things have happened, like legit, which is super, super dope. But you don't, again, you don't know how it's going to happen. Like, you might have an idea of, like, oh, I want it to transpire this way and that way. Um, but the beauty in vision boarding is like letting go of that trust. And although you're being intentional, at least the way I practice with it, intentional in like allowing yourself to like channel in and your spirit to just kind of place in a in that way without like, I don't want to say consciousness, but in a meditative way, right? You just allow yourself to just place things. Um there's a level of, again, you really don't know how the things are going to transpire, and you have to trust that and be okay with that and just be like, all right, this is it. And for me, I look back every once in a while where I have it out so I can see it, so that my spirit like aligns with it, and it's like, all right, yeah, like this is what we're doing, where this is X, Y, and Z, and it's super cool. Again, like I know one of the first things that happened, um, like after doing this vision board, like months, like because I finished it up in March, because that's spring for me is New Year, so I finished it by March. And that October, that later, it was a few months later. I think it was October, by October. Um, yeah, October. So I have a picture of the Opera House in Australia on my vision board. And literally a few months later, found out through work that we would be going to Australia. Like, super dope. And if you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen some photos. Right now, everything is clear. I'm going through a bit of, again, um, a social media break, rebrand, not even rebrand, but yes, rebrand, I guess. So that was like one of the very first things, and that like absolutely was like, man, that's the power and strength of intention. And again, just trusting and knowing that you don't know how things are gonna like pan out or come to fruition for you. So so all that to say, I do have a kitty on my thing, my vision board, which is pretty dope. And again, there's a few other things on there that like has transpired in its own way, and you're like, I don't know, was that I don't know, type energy. Uh so yeah, so that's me. That's where I'm at. So I'm gonna keep doing this, and we going I'll see y'all in another room or something. But that's welcome back to another vlog. So one of the things this year, I think I expressed this in my last vlog video, that I'm trying to do this year is eat less sugar. Um, and I know fruit in general has natural sugars in it, but I'm trying to find and eat fruits that have the ones that have less, right? So I got a grapefruit, so I'm like chopping this up right now. And for me, if you've been on this journey with me, my relationship with food continues to just shift and grow. And where I'm at now, uh, if I'm repeating myself, forgive me. But y'all just gonna have to ride the wave with me. Um, is really just being able to have a well balanced and what is balanced for my body, right? And everybody's body's different in terms of food. There's so much to take into account: gender, age, what you have access to, all the things. Service desert, if you're in the service desert every area or food desert area, there's so much to take into account. And for me, for a well balance is definitely a space after doing a lot of trying to figure out like different digestive issues, things with like my skin, my hair, all of that, like really being able to reduce a lot of sugar intake, a lot of like carbs, stuff like that. Cause it messes my skin up. And again, I have very bad dermatitis. Um, so my skin will randomly like break, not even break out, but like develop. I'm ashy right now, but like develop. It's not a rash, but it feels like a rash or whatever, right? But it's like itchy and stuff like that, and it's really bad for my on my scalp. So, and I've had this since a youth. Like growing up, I've always had really dry, like dandruff and like all of that, and really couldn't figure out like what is what's causing it, why. Um, and as I've gotten older and continued to explore diet, different foods, things like that, a lot of it was bread. Like I ate a lot of like carbs, bread, so stuff like that. So, and I noticed again when I was in a space and time period in my life where bread really wasn't a main option, the shift in like my skin, my hair wasn't as dry or brittle, like all those different pieces. So I'm in a space of trying to just reconnect with like foods that fuel my temple, my body, and finding that balance. So part of that is like really truly like way less sugar, way less carbs, like still eating meat, but finding more leafy greens, protein, stuff like that in my diet. Because I've also been doing a lot of working out and like getting back to that. And my goal, it is, in a way, it is to like gain weight a little bit and not too much, um, but to gain a little bit of weight because what it's like working out and eating for me go hand in hand. Like if I gotta eat in order to work out. I gotta have the energy, and you need the energy in order to live. Period. But like, there's something with working out that helps me really truly be mindful of like what I'm putting in my body. So I am also in the midst of all of this. You know, I burn more calories than I eat, so I'm like trying to also like find that rhythm as well, and be like, okay, like we definitely gotta eat. Like we can't just work out, burn all the calories, do all the working out, and expect to like have the muscle mass or whatever the case is. And again, it's not that I'm trying to get into this bodybuilding or like it's just a matter for me. It's the discipline that goes along with it and the interconnectedness between everything that we have to do as humans to feel well balanced, right? Like we got to have some like having some sort of movement if we can, if we have the access, the means, food, if we have the access, the means, like, and I'll always continuously like humble myself and recognize the privilege that I have with the access that I have, to certain things and my ability to do certain things, you know. So I always encourage, and what I hope to encourage on my platform is to like find a way that works for you, like just doing push-ups around the house, squats around the house, while you watching your favorite show, like just get the body moving, And I know with food, especially when you're in areas where there's such a low access, like that's the difficult piece. But doing what you can for yourself, for your people. So that's where I'm at. Got this grapefruit, and it's so bitter, dude. Like grapefruit is bitter, and that's why I got it because I'm like, I don't want, you know, I love bananas. Bananas got so much sugar. Yes, potassium, but like the sugar in bananas, like there's so much that I'm like, oh, too much sugar, too much this, too much that, and like paying attention to how my body reacts to it. And so I got grapefruit, and it's so bitter, bro. And I know people add like sugar to it to make it sweet or honey, but I'm like, man, we'll just go ahead and do it, you know. Um, but it's so bitter. Okay. Oh, yep, there you go. It's so bitter, man. It's so bitter, but it's so good that like the juice from it is also too what my body is like. Yeah, that's nice right there. Feel me? So that's one of the things that I've been working on. I'm side note too. Number two side notes. Number one, I realized and remembered what it was that I needed. I gotta get a scratch post because Miss Olivia is finding herself scratching on the couch. So I got to get a scratch post. I bought a mini one that looks like a sunflower, but I think she is like, I don't know. She's like, I don't know what this is, bro. And I'm a sniff it, but like I'm not gonna get on it. And I want to lift her and put her on it so she can figure it out. But I want to give her space to figure it out because she figured out how to use her bed, which was fire. Because I caught her slipping. I caught her slipping, laying in it, and she was just looking at me. I said, "Yeah, there you go." And then she slept in it last night, which was pretty dope. But this flower, it's a sunflower, like scratching post is small, and she won't budge, but it got a scratching post on it, and I know I need multiple scratching posts so she can get that scratch out. You feel me? So I got to get that. It's something else, and I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna move this. I'm gonna sit. I'm gonna sit. So another thing that I'm excited about, one of my goals this year, and it's been on my, again, this is something that's been on my list of things to do for a while, is to oh is to run a half marathon. And I am I'm training, but I'm training. I haven't bought I haven't purchased the thing to do it. So, but I've been running and like preparing myself indoors on the treadmill for half marathon. And for me, again, this year is like what I'm realizing and recognizing is reconnecting to discipline. I've always had it, it's always been there. And once I graduated college, there was a part of me that threw it all that discipline out the window. I was like, bro, I was in school for 12 plus years. Like, I don't want discipline. What? I don't got no, I know nothing, you know. And now that I've been out of school for what? When did I graduate? 2020. 2020 graduated. We had pandemic. Getting into just really starting my role, things like that. Like now that things are, it's almost like things are settling, right? And I'm like finding myself, getting back to myself, and all the things that has helped me in all the ways. So I've been like, again, when it comes to like physical, I've been doing I've been reconnecting with my body through yoga, via YouTube, Yoga with Adriene, like my favorite. Like she was the OG. And then being able to reconnect with like just working out and stuff, like the discipline that it brings and has always brought. Like I always appreciate it, even as a youth. Like I guess I didn't recognize the discipline that it brought until I'm like, man, I'm not, like I'm left to my own vices. Like I have to figure, oh nah, you know. So for me, I'm realizing, and you would think, right, as a Virgo, oh, you're very well. I am. I'm structured. It's loose structure, right? Like I'm more analytical, more in that realm. Organization, things like that, like, is one of those pieces that I've continuously had to grow a relationship with, and what it feels like and looks like for me. So all that to say, everything what I'm trying to basically say and express is like, I'm in this space where, especially within this winter season, again, going doing a lot of inwardness, where it's like reconnecting with discipline, reconnecting with the body, reconnecting with self in such a way that is grounding, and like really doing like just inner work, because it's man, it's cold, it's winter, like, this ain't, and we all, I don't know, this ain't the time to be doing new stuff. Like, this really is the time to curl up and like chill, hibernate for real, and not in a way that's, this is the time to hibernate, to reflect, to do the things if you have the privilege, an opportunity to do so. And I do, so I'm gonna embrace it as best I can in all the ways, you know. Um, yeah. So that's where I'm at. That's where I'm at, and I'm gonna let y'all know how this training goes for the half marathon. Yeah, I hate running on treadmills, but that's what I got right now because I refuse to run outside. I don't have the right shoes. I don't have. I'm not doing all that. It's cold in Wisconsin. I'm not doing all that. Any bit. It's cold, y'all. So yeah, that's like the biggest life updates right now. And again, this social media break, man, it's all right. You know, I still have, which I can appreciate, um, because I just, it's a form of love and appreciation where I still have loved ones that send me things, like videos and stuff to watch, and it gives me a good chuckle and laugh. But what's dope is like, I don't find myself like, because it's easy to just scroll up to see like what else is there. But even in that, like, not having the apps on my phone, and when people just send it like, I got group messages and stuff and stuff. Shout out to the homies. Um, that I really just exit out after watching it, So which is pretty dope. It's dope to be in that space of where I'm truly like giving myself permission to break from social media. Like, I was to break from social media, and to not, because it's so consuming. It's so much that's there, and to give myself permission to invest in like just this aspect of my creativity and stepping into it. I also want to do like I have to brainstorm, but I want to do like I want to do a photo shoot, um, for myself, me as the model. And I don't know what it's gonna look like just yet. I have a rough idea, but I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying to plan that out in my brain and whatnot. But I need to do something creatively to express something. Like, there's a creative aspect and energy that's there needing to come out. So, yeah, but this is where I'm at today. That's how I'm doing. So, stay tuned for more. I just really wanted to give those updates for real. I know I haven't done like a vlog like outside in the world, but I don't foresee. I don't know how many of those I'm gonna do. Again, it's winter season, and this is just where we're at. You know, we inside with it. So, hope y'all be well, and eat your fruit if you can, whatever fruits you got. Listen to your body, whatever it needs. Try to think if there's anything else left to say. Anything else I want to update y'all on since our last meeting? I don't think so. Cause seriously though, it's the social media break has been nice, and what it is too is like in helping my body. I can feel when my body is getting antsy and it's getting there again. So I know I need to meditate because I've also been really like going inward in meditation and allowing myself to just sit in stillness, sit in silence, and just be. One of the things that I'm reconnecting with is my book, not my book, but a book, healing book called Healing Through Words, by the woman that wrote Milk and Honey, and using poetry. It's such a beautiful book because it allows you to really do some deep inner work, and which is what I love. Like I love getting to the like nitty gritty of like, ugh, that's the thing, and like pulling it out, you know, and like acknowledging it and shedding light on it and being able to be like, yo, I see you, shame, I see you, guilt, like, and I see you're connected to this. Like, let's just be in relationship with each other. Like, you've been there a long time. I probably been ignoring you. Now let's just be in community, you know? And that book, it allows a level of depth and inner work and release. It allows you to like sit with it. It allows you to feel it. It allows you to release it if you give yourself permission, whether that's through tears, screaming, whatever you need to do, dance, song, to release. But it's such a beautiful book. So I've been reconnecting with that book, reconnecting with reading a bit more, which has been dope. Just to just sit, you know. So I appreciate again when it's like super cold or like super snowy, things like that, and all we really get to do is like be inside because you're like, yeah, I don't want to go outside. Like I get to choose how I want to reconnect with myself and give myself that love and attention, which is so powerful because I am often neglecting that aspect, or if I do, I have to justify it, or again, like I just neglect it, you know, and I'm in a space of like being done neglecting those aspects of myself and the needs that is needed for myself, right? Like so much of giving, giving, giving that I give to myself last, you know, and throughout the years, I've really had to learn how to give to myself first and in a way that allows me to be present so I can continue to give for others, you know. And that's constantly been the struggle and the battle and navigating different spaces and places and people and dynamics, right? And all those different pieces. And it's really in a space of like, nah, man, you gotta you gotta give that to you authentically, wholeheartedly, and to have folks, environments that encourage that, you know, that truly supports with that, that uplifts that, that holds space for it, and allows you to do it in a way that is like, all right, yeah, I'm gonna be here. I get it, you know. And so I appreciate the environments, the spaces, the people, all the things that allow that, you know. And yeah, so I'm just that's the space and place I'm in, you know. This winter season is it's been so great so far in terms of all the reflective work and like doing inner work. And I'm excited for what the spring, like what's to come, you know. So that's where I'm at. I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna get going. This probably is super long. It wasn't meant to be. There's gonna be a few cuts, edits. So with that, peace out, and I'll see y'all on the next wondrous wondrous thoughts. I don't know what this wondrous thoughts. I'll see y'all in the next vlog. We got indoor vlogs this summer, this winter, you know. So we'll catch you on the next vlog. I appreciate y'all.